Wait, did Manchester City just get beat by Manchester United? What?
Hex I try explain. Tell me no why you're none fear stress my brain. Me hex them still a text and still a try fi explain. See me on the right gal, better take the left lane. Hex I try hex.
Welcome back to the channel, people. This is your boy Rome. You man are watching the fourth official. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Click somewhere down there. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Alright. We're gonna do a quick rundown of Manchester United news thus far this week, just so you guys can keep abreast of what's going on in case you're not tracking already. Manchester United beat Manchester City again in the league. Last year we took 6 points off of them. This year we took 4. I must say I was not expecting that type of performance. We were missing a whole lot of people. We were missing a shit ton of people. The boys pulled together wonderful counter-attacking football. At times it seems as if we were trying to keep up with them in terms of keeping track of the game, keeping up with the ball and stuff like that. Man City is a great team. We cannot deny that. But this shows that Manchester United has the potential to stay up and keep up with the big boys. The problem I have, however, is that we cannot get gassed at this performance, because the same thing happened with Southampton. We smashed them 9-0 and then the next game we got draw, nearly lose. What I'm trying to get at is, as Manchester United fans, we need to be more realistic. Our team has the potential to pull off wonderful performance as they did against City, as they did against Southampton and other games in the league this year, but they've been drawing so much. We've been playing well, but all we've been doing is just getting a bunch of draws, bro. Them man have draws than, more draws than my girl. Don't make sense, bro. We need to start push forward and winning these games. We have 10 games left in the league, and with these 10 games, we need to set ourselves aside from the rest. We need to set up a foundation right now with these next 10 games, just so that we can push forward into next season, get the players that we need to get in, and challenge City, challenge the Chelsea and the Liverpools next year for the title, because at this point we're just second best, you understand? And because the rest of the league is shit, we're just the best of the shit. That's not the title I want, understand? Couple of things before we get into the news. I saw one man tweet this thing earlier. Imagine that. What type of ambition, Manchester United fans, don't you realize that you're slowly allowing yourself to become the type of fans who just accept mediocrity? Like, you're gonna sit there and say you wouldn't mind Hugo join the team even though Cavani is leaving, so that Greenwood can lead the front. Those type of players would only get us 10th, bro. That's the Arsenal type of thinking. We need to win the league. If and when Cavani leaves, we need to get a striker that can win us the league, win us games. We need to get a Hurricane who can pull out 2-3 goals per game, 3-4 games running. We need to get a Haaland who has the potential to be the best striker in the league. That's the type of players we need to be going for. We don't need to be trying to bring in young players right now to win the league. McNeil is a wonderful prospect. Greenwood, we know, is a wonderful prospect. But them man are not ready to win the league for Manchester United yet, bro. What kind of thinking is that? But you know what? Let's get into the news real quick. First thing on the docket, Cavani wants to leave, bro. And for a couple of reasons, the main one being that he said he wants to be amongst his family. He's getting old, he's not getting any younger, and he wants to enjoy his football in a relaxing environment that's playing in South America. So I guess he wants to go. Boca Juniors are the ones that's knocking on the door. Boca Juniors VP, of course, is Juan Roman Riquelme. Real ballers, footballing fans, real know who Juan Roman is. The number 10 before Messi. Big up yourself, you know. Juan Roman Riquelme, my guy. So yeah, Cavani wants to leave. And another thing was that Negredo comment that he made, and he got fined for, kind of got labeled as a racist in England. He got fined and banned for 3 games. And I am of mixed feelings with regards to that. One, those are the type of words you don't want to see coming from anyone. You know what I mean? 2, it was the club's responsibility and the EPL's responsibility that when foreign players are coming into the league, not to assume that these players know or have adapted to their cultures or rules, but to give them guidance so that they're not breaking those rules. And as someone who lives in a foreign land, who has to get used to the different norms and values of said country, so that not to break any of said laws or values, and someone who speaks a different vernacular, not necessarily a language, but a different vernacular, you have to understand where Cavani is coming from. If what he's saying is true, and those type of words, I don't speak Spanish. I've never been to South America. If that word is used in his native language, in his country, as a means of affection and love, and in which case if you look at the context of it, his friend was congratulating him on scoring the winning goal against Southampton. And yes, he was saying, thank you, my friend, and whatever that word is. And so he got banned for it. I think that's weighing a lot on Cavani and him wanting to leave. So, I mean, he had a 1-year contract with the option for another year. If he decides to leave, that's okay with me. I mean, we'll just have to thank him for the work that he's done so far. He won us a lot of points this season so far. I, for one, would really want us to move forward. And I would like to ask you this question as well. Who do you think would be the best striker to replace Cavani right now? Do you think Haaland would be the best striker? Or should we be going for Harry Kane? The Harry Kane situation is a little bit different from Haaland. Harry Kane is a little bit older. Harry Kane is well known, well versed in the league. We know that he's one of the best strikers in the league and probably in the world. Will we be able to get him from Tottenham? Is it time for him to leave Tottenham? Seeing that they're not winning anything. You don't want the best strikers in the world to go down as having not won nothing. You look at man like Rooney, who has records for England, records for Manchester United, but what he'll be remembered for is all the trophies that he won. Alan Shearer, one of the greatest strikers in history, but no one speaks about him because he hasn't won shit, bro. So, you can talk about how good these players are, and Harry Kane will go down in history as one of the best players to play as one of the best strikers to play in England. But if he stays at Tottenham for the rest of his career, and the current trajectory indicates that he won't win shit, he will go down as just another great who didn't win shit. I don't know. I would prefer Harry Kane, although I know Haaland has a bigger ceiling. It is just yet to be proven in the Premier League. Not everyone can come to the Premier League and stick to it like glue, like a Bruno or a Aguero. So we don't know. It's hard for us to tell where this pendulum would swing. But for me as a Manchester United fan, I would prefer Kane and settle for Haaland. But then again, a lot of clubs would be hankering for them. And can we get both Jadon Sancho and Haaland in one turn? I really don't know. The next bit of news coming around, and you'll find it all over Twitter, is that Manchester United is considering Donnarumma and other goalkeepers this summer. As if we don't already have David De Gea and Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson, who is in the running to become one of England's top number one keeper. Manchester United is not buying anybody, bro. Don't let them turn you in a clown. They're not buying any goalkeeper, bro. This summer, Manchester United should and will be buying 3 players. A central defender, a central midfielder, and a right winger, and possibly a striker. You have to remember, if Paul Pogba leaves, which is a strong chance that he does, they have to replace him. If Cavani leaves, they have to replace him. They still have a big hole in central midfield, and that's not counting Pogba. They still have a massive gap in the right wing. Daniel James can't win us a championship. He's playing good right now, but he's not going to be winning us a championship. Greenwood is not a right winger. We all know this. He should be playing up front as a backup striker to whoever comes in. We need a right winger, and we need a central defender, because Eric Bailey is as strong as a matchstick, bro. Just like that, and he's injured. We can't rely on the Lindelof and Maguire partnership because that's just slow as fuck. And with them, we cannot play too high. And you need to play high. You need to play a defensive line high if you're going to break down a low blocking team. But there's no confidence in playing Lindelof and Maguire high. Why? Because they're tracking back ability balls over the top, which means we have to play them deeper and have a defensive midfielder sitting right in front of them for protection, which takes away from our attacking, which is why we have 4 man trying to break down a 6-man defense blood. That's basic football for you right there. You're welcome. You're very much fucking welcome. Moving on to the game this week, we have AC Milan. Historical game, meaning AC Milan being such a big club in Italy. Manchester United being the biggest club in the world. But they're both playing in the Europa League. That's exciting. I'm not a fan of the Europa League. I'm not even a fan of the Champions League anymore because Manchester United is not playing in there at this time. But looking forward to the game. I don't think Rashford will play. Early indications that his ankle is swollen like this, bro. Swollen like a swellfish, bro. It's mad. He won't be playing. We know they'll play Bruno all game. I think this is a game for Martial on the left, Greenwood down the middle, and James on the right. We're going to slap the two. I think Matic and McTominay should be playing in the midfield. The reason why I think McTominay should be playing in the midfield is that in recent weeks, McTominay has shown that he's a goal threat. So going forward, he can play that Fred role trying to get the game up. But we know once Fred gets on top of the box, I guess an opportunity in the box, it is not scoring. We're not going in. We know that for a fact. Water is wet, Fred is not scoring. Both facts. So what should we do? Put McTominay in that field. Let Matic play that holding role and McTominay playing that breakup role and Bruno playing in the number 10. We have people like Colonaglu to deal with, Kesse to deal with. So we Rubik to deal with. So there's gonna be a heck of a game. Manchester United, we know, is a counter-attacking team by nature. If we hold on to the ball against a low block, it's going to be a long day. I'm hoping Milan comes and wanting to keep that ball and play it around. That way we can play our game. Similar to the last round where Real Sociedad just played right in our hands. Wanted the ball as much as they wanted it. Go ahead, take it. We're just going to break on you and score. So I'm looking forward to that game. We're probably going to go live soon this coming weekend. Talk about the games that's coming up. Probably watch the game live again. West Ham. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bless up yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wear a mask. Manners.